Translation.
Charlie,
They are doing some Ofeku pa.
How are you?
I'm also excited to come here in the morning and meet
Whoop,
you.
whoop, whoop, whoop,
You
whoop.
give me a lot of energy to
That's
start
right.
to work and all
That's what's
that.
up.
Yes, and I've been enjoying your vibes.
Ish,
Yes.
vibes of vibes.
When they put you in the DJ position, you deliver. Wherever they put you, utility player.
Ultimate.
Everywhere.
Ultimate deliverer. Charlie, what has been happening in the court?
Charlie, the legal year has started and it's been busy. I say busy, it's been busy, Ankasa.
All the
cases
they want to
that
deal
you
with
know,
the issues before it's Christmas.
I know, right? And then we are in an election year.
Absolutely.
And election cases are also in the mix. You get it. A lot. So let's start with the Kaswa ritual murder. Yesterday, we're expecting D-Day. We're expecting the
because
jurors. Absolutely.
The last time they were supposed to deliver judgment.
And then they deferred it. So yesterday, yes, the jurors were present, all 7. They were ready. The prosecution was ready. Defense lawyers were ready. The court was also ready. But what was left? So yesterday was for them to fix a date because the court was now welcoming the parties back from the vacation. So the day that the court initially fixed was Friday. But I must also put on record that the accused persons were present. A 15-year-old juvenile present.
Okay.
And then the 18-year-old young offender was also present. One in police cells. That's the 15-year-old in police custody now. And then the 18-year-old then in 2021 is in prison's custody as we speak. So now they come to court in their separate direction. They go in their separate direction as well. So yesterday, Justice Lady Osei, now a justice of the Court of Appeal who is sitting with additional responsibility as a High Court judge, indicated that the court is willing to sum up the trial on Friday, but it appears that the jurors, some of them are engaged in some other cases within that same period, so it will be very difficult for the court to get them, all of them, at a go. So now, when they looked through their diaries, it's Monday that is fixed for that exercise to be done. So the case has been adjourned to 21st of October at 1 p.m. for the summation or for the judge to sum up the trial, for the jury retire, deliberate on their decision, and then come out with their verdict. And whatever they say is binding on the court. So if they say the accused persons are guilty, the court will have to apply the law. If they say they are not guilty, the court will have to acquit and discharge them. But what is clear is that when, with relation to the 15-year-old, when found guilty, the High Court will not punish him. He will be sent to the juvenile court for sentencing. So that is one thing that, where for now, it is clear. The highest punishment that he could face 3 years. Yes. So, but the 18-year-old, he is on his own. He's of age. And so whatever outcome that will be, if he found guilty, then he has to pay for whatever punishment that is. But the family of Ishmael Mensah Abdallah, the deceased, they express some disappointment because, in fact, this is the 4th time that the case has been deferred or adjourned for the last exercise to be carried out. And Mr. Harrison Mensah, who speaks for the family, has this to say.
We are so much disappointed, honestly. There are lots of words. This case, we all know, it started way back, almost 3 years now. And we thought today could have been the day that it will come to a closure. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. We are so much disappointed and we are lost of words.
So the court is saying that you should come back on Monday. Monday, are you guys coming, as the court has said?
Well, we still have to come. Nobody has time, even though it is an important issue. The family continues to pray that this case will come to a closure for everybody to have his or her peace of mind. Mind you, even Ajia, she said today that she's not sure the case will come to a closure, so she wouldn't come. And true to her words, the case has been adjourned again. So we don't have much to say, but we are hoping that on Monday when we come, the case will actually come to a closure and everybody will have peace of mind. We have lost our son, but the justice is that we should be given a punitive sentence to compensate the loss, even though we will not have our son back.
So, Mr. Harrison Mensah, family of the deceased, they say that, look, we will not have our son back, but at least the punishment should be able to compensate us. So they were disappointed that it has to be deferred. So that's what happened in relation to the. So you know Matankuma and then Lewin.
Yes.
Kujun cancer. Yes.
Apparently there was a directive for out of court settlement and they couldn't come to any agreement. And Lewin says they should proceed.
An out of court settlement is a decision that the parties take. And so at one point in time, they decided that, okay, looking at the scheme of things, we want to try an out of court settlement sometime before the legal vacation.
Yeah.
And the court, in its own wisdom, said, okay, that would be very fine if the parties decide that they want to settle. Now they made a proposal to Lewin. And in fact, that interaction was through an intermediary. And then the responses are that Lewin, per the proposal that came from Matankuma and his lawyers through the intermediaries, Lewin is not ready to accept it or to allow an out-of-court settlement. So now, yesterday they came back to court. Lawyer Ni Apatu Planche indicated to the court that.
Who is this lawyer? That's
Lewin's
Martha's lawyer. Okay.
Lawyer indicated to the court that settlement could not be done. So they are back in court for the normal court processes to take place. So Justice Fosimba has adjourned the case to October 5 for hearing. But I must also put on record that ever since this case has come up in court, I almost said Namwa. Lewin
has never been in court.
A lawyer has also never been in court to represent him. So all along, it had been Matankuma and then her lawyers who have appeared in court and all that. And the court was not happy about that particular character.
Lewin not coming
to court, not also having a representative to come to the court and at least say something to the court. So it looks like the court is giving a very long rope. And at the end of the day, once the hearing is conducted, the court will have to take a decision. So on the 5th of November, the court will sit and the hearing will be done. This is the second time that the case has been adjourned for hearing, because the last time when the court was about to hear the matter, then the issue of settlement came in and all that. So yesterday, Matankuma was present in court. And another case that also came up was Cecilia Dapa's mate, Patience Buchi.
Still in custody?
They are still in custody. All of them have been granted bail. 7 of them, all of them have been granted bail. But unfortunately,
they are yet to meet the bail conditions.
They are yet to meet the terms. And so they are still in prison's custody. In fact, that's where they have been remanded. So yesterday, they were in court, noticed that lawyers of Patience Buchi, the first accused person, indicated that they want some document from the Office of the Special Prosecutor. The OSP say that they want to oppose to that particular request, but that opposition, they have not filed. Yesterday, when the case was called before Justice Marie-Louise Simmons, the OSP, no representation from the OSP came, and that particular opposition was also not filed. The court has adjourned the case to 23rd of October. By 23rd, whatever happened, the court will take a decision on the matter. So that is one of the cases that also took place. Then, Saglemi, affordable housing case. Alhaji Collins Dauda, Kweku Ajiman Mensah, Alhaji Ziblin Yakubu, and then Nuvitete Angelo. The contractor in the matter is diseased, so he is no more. So out of the 5, 4 of them are in court. They were all present yesterday. They are lawyers. In fact, yesterday, lawyers of Alhaji Collins Dauda concluded their cross-examination of the second prosecution witness, who happens to be a senior economist of the Ministry of Works and Housing, concluded that. So lawyers of Kweku Ajiman Mensah, led by lawyer Eduji Tamakulu, started their cross-examination today at 1:45. They will have to continue that before Justice Ernest Owusu-Dapa, a justice of the Court of Appeal, who is sitting as an additional High Court judge. So these are some of the cases that took place yesterday. And then today,
what are we to expect?
Very busy day. Very, very busy. Namwan, I mentioned Namwan earlier. Yes, so Namwan has always been in my mind.
It's still ongoing.
Yes. So prosecution has closed its case, called 9 witnesses. submission of no case has come. The court ordered that find that there's a prima facie evidence for
So he
which
should open
reason
his
the court
defense.
will want to hear from Namwan, so he should open his defense. Namwan and his lawyers are challenging that order to open his defense, so they are going to the court of
Charlie,
appeal.
legal gymnastics. Wow.
Absolutely. You just have to fight. The law is about fighting.
Oh,
You
dear.
just don't accept things as they are. Make your case. Put out your argument. If you have a case, it will be accepted. If you don't have a case, you know what to follow.
It is
So
what it is.
they have a motion for the High Court, and in fact, today is the day that the court has also ordered that he should open his defense. So today we'll know how the court will treat that motion and the order for him to open his defense. He has indicated that he will call at least 3 witnesses in relation to this very case. So we'll know more about this very case. So that is one of the cases that we do expect coming out today at the High Court. Justice Ernest Usudapa is also handling this case. Then 2024 presidential election. And guess what? Bernard Mona is in court today. And Bernard Mona is one of the candidates who were
Disqualified
from the race. And he sued the Electoral Commission. At the last court sitting, the EC didn't come to court to respond to his suit. And so today, he's expecting that to come, or the court is expecting the EC to come and put out the argument, and the court will make a determination of that. How that will pan up, we'll get to know in few hours' time. So Bernard Mona and Electoral Commission are in court. But what is interesting is that the Electoral Commission has already started printing the ballot papers, and so that will be key. If the court finds that Bernard Mona should be on the ballot paper, then what happens next? Then we have to reprint the whole ballot papers again. But with whose money? That is another case that will come. So that's one of the cases that we do expect. Then Anas number 12 expose. Remember about that particular documentary? Who suffered the most? Lawyer Kwesi Nyantechi. Ghana football is in disarray now, and we are talking about one of the former president of the Ghana Football Association. So Mr. Nyantechi is in court today in relation to that particular case, which led to him losing his job as the president of the FA. Some positions or some portfolios that he held at CAF and FIFA, he lost all of them. Subsequently, he was suspended or banned from football and all that. One key issue is that the court has ordered Anas, who will be testifying in the matter following the death of Ahmed Swale, to open his to show his face or masked to Nyantechi in chambers, but come to open court masked. But Anas said, "La lie, emfa. I won't do it because my security is at stake." The prosecution is appealing against that order. So for some time now, because they are waiting for the Court of Appeal, the trial at the High Court has stalled. So today there will be an update as to whether the Court of Appeal has dealt with the issue. But my interaction with the prosecution team earlier indicate that it's waiting for a day to appear before the Court of Appeal, and then a date will be fixed for decision. Then the High Court will be updated. But today, before Justice Marie Louise Simon, the court will be updated about what has happened and the stage that they are so far. And the last one that we should expect is the Abesim murder case.
That
Richard Appiah,
refrigerator incident.
absolutely, is alleged to have killed 2 teens, chopped the body part into pieces, and then stored them in the refrigerator. Very
gory.
Yes, very gory. Very, very tough to hear. He's in court. And you know that he said he's a footballer at one point in time. He said he should be allowed to go home so that he can train and gain his fitness. Now that the Black Stars are struggling, I think he's one person. If you see his height and the kind of the body posture that he holds, if he's a striker, he can bully a lot of defenders and all that. So, unfortunately, he's in lawful custody. So he is expected back in court today, and we'll know more in the coming days.
Thank you very much. Our legal affairs correspondent, the number one legal affairs correspondent in Ghana. Our champion. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow, Mutala, right there, giving us all the gist from the courts. In case you missed what happened yesterday, you are officially updated now.